Hey, what's going on? It's Romeo. What do we get into today? We talked with Michael Bean from the Marriage and Family Center. One of our listeners, he's on vacation. We talked a little bit about that. And then what pet peeves, what drives you crazy nowadays? Let's get going.
All right, let's talk a little bit about girls' night out versus guys' night out. Now, here's the deal. It's funny how girls, they always say, and we've had long conversations about this. Women will talk about being married and they want to spend time with their friends, but a lot of times their friends are single. And so girls' night out always turns into girls hanging out at some sort of singles bar or some sort of singles situation. And you wonder why your husband's worried about it, right? So that being said, do guys do the same thing? When guys go out, do they always end up at some singles bar? Do they always end up at some single situation? Is there a difference between girls' night and guys' night? I don't know. 842-547-7. Maybe you expect it out of guys. Maybe guys don't always, maybe guys go out with a plan. When guys get together, maybe they do it in like a situation that is an event, like guys go trap shooting, clay shooting, or maybe they go play golf, or maybe but it doesn't end up in a single situation. I don't know. But for some reason, girls' night always ends up, I want to just talk to my friends because I haven't seen them so for a long time. Well, why do you always have to talk to them at a place you can get hit on? So I'm curious, is guys' night just poker? I don't know. Is one different than the other? Already 42547-7. So when it comes to girls' night versus guys' night out, right? It's funny to me that it always seems like when girls go out together, they always say the same thing. We just want to talk and catch up. And then for some reason, they always end up at some sort of bar or some sort of pickup joint. And do guys do the same thing? Is there a difference between girls' night and guys' night out? Already 42547-7. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Romeo, let me tell you the difference between girls' date and guys' date.
What's that?
All right. The guys' date, we don't get one. And the girls get to go wherever they want to go.
All right.
And it's not right because my girl gets to go out with her. She got the sister's date, a best friend's date, and then she got just a random date night that she goes out with her friends.
All right, man.
All right. Yet if I do something, I'm up to something. But her, you're just what's that word? You're tripping. You got to be more trustworthy. But if the guys want to do it, we're up to something. We're cheating. Why are we out? Why can't we spend time with her?
All right, man.
So bros, all the bros listening, we need some bro dates out there.
Get out of here.
Hit me up and we'll go to Hooters.
Hey, your bro date is when you end up in jail after going to a Raider game. Get out of here.
I ain't trying to drink no Pruno and have the runs for a week, Romeo.
All right, 842-547-7. Like I said, is there a difference between girls' night out and guys' night out? I tend to believe there is. I think guys, for the most part, I think when guys get together, they do it with something in mind. Like, I don't know. They don't do it with they don't do it with the plan of ending up in a singles bar or a singles joint or getting hit on or hitting on others. I think that, but for some reason, women can start out at Bunko at somebody's house and then end up at the club. So talking about guys' night versus girls' night, right? Do guys even have a night out? What's the difference? RD42547-7. Yo, Rome. It's funny that you're talking about this because I hang out with mostly my brother, a couple of my cousins. I have a couple of friends, but when we get together, it's just somebody stopping by the house or not all at once. Just a couple of guys stopping by the house. We sit, hang out around the house, hang out around the backyard, drink some beer. My wife told me last weekend she was going out to dinner with some friends of hers. And have you heard of this place called Ritmo? Yeah, I've been to Ritmo. It's a nice little spot. It turns into a club as the evening goes on. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that it turns into a club, but they got a DJ and a nice little groove going later on in the evening as the night gets later. I thought they were just going out to a restaurant for dinner. Turns out she was hanging out. Yeah. Like I said, girls' night always seems to turn into a club. They always start one place, end up somewhere else. They always say they just want to hang out and talk and catch up, but yet they always end up somewhere where somebody wants to buy them drinks. Why is that? What's the difference between girls' night and guys' night? Girls' night seems to be, they always tell you, hey, we got to get together, we want to catch up, and then they always end up at a single spot, right? Alrighty, 42547-7. Yo, Rome. It's crazy. Women use the excuse that they want to catch up when they text all day, Snap, Instagram. How much more do they need to catch up? Good morning, now. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rome?
What up, Ruben?
You know, Rome, I find that crazy that people settle down together, and one of their biggest complaints is that they still got to go and hang out with their friends and catch up on stuff. You know, I thought you catch up together as couples once you married and all that.
Yeah, I don't understand that much either, but people are weird. I don't know. I don't know why it is. I think.
But a lot of times, like these ladies that want to go out and they want to go out with their friends, and you know, obviously they want to go like mingle with other men. That's when I think because the man ain't doing his part, Rome. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that.
But I think it because I don't know. I guess I base off my relationship. I keep my girl, you know, always with me. We always doing things together. She wants to go out and have a drink. You know, hey babe, let's go. It ain't like, hey, I'm gonna call my friend. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I see the more I work, I put in at home. I take care of my family. The more time we're gonna spend together.
All right, Ruben. All right, brother. Got a job. All right. Ruben does make a good point. Although, 842-547-7, I think it's human nature, right? At a certain point, and I don't know, you guys can tell me if women need it more than men, but I think at a certain point, women need to be hit on by somebody other than the man that wants them because they already know that dude wants them, right? Like, women know their husband already want them, but I think they need to feel wanted by other men to make them feel for their self-esteem, right? So maybe that's why girls' night turns into a singles joint. And guys just get together to talk about, you know, whatever they talk about. All right, 842-547-7. It's talking about girls' night versus guys' night, right? What's the difference? Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Yo, Rome, what's up?
No, man, not much.
Man, if women is out here going and looking for attention from other dudes because they feel like they need to know that some other dude wants them, that's cheating, Romeo. If you out here entertaining attention from another man, you're doing wrong. Ain't no way, Romeo. Hey, the attention that you get from your man should be enough. Because if your man or if a woman's man was out in some female's face all night in the club, letting her buy him drinks, she would be highly upset.
I don't. And here's the thing. I agree with the doing wrong part about it, right? But I might argue that women understand a lot more. If you were getting hit on as a man, if you were a husband and somebody was hitting on you, I think they would be more understanding of it than vice versa, because I think they know what they like. And I'm not saying they're going to say it's right, and I'm not saying they're not going to get mad about it. What I'm saying is, in the back of their mind, I think they're more understanding about it.
What? Romeo, you ever seen a man get hit on by a woman in front of his woman? Them claws come out.
But well, they do, but I think it's more of a reaction than what they really believe. It's more of a performance than it is what they really believe.
So do you think it makes them feel good to know that they man still got it?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's absolutely true. I think I think it works both ways. I think they know that they want to be hit on to feel better by another person. So when they see it happen to their man, and like you said, they have to react that way. And they know their man's hot. And they know that they like it when somebody hits on them. So I think they just react because they have to.
Oh, okay. So I think the problem with doing wrong comes in is even though that other person's giving you attention, if you validate their intention, then you're doing wrong.
Okay. All right. Last night we were yesterday we were over at a Get Faded Barber and Beauty College over there at 2500 New Stein Road. And we were doing free haircuts for kids. First 94 kids got free haircuts, getting you ready for school. Also, Just Faded gave out backpacks. Every kid that went down and got a haircut, got a free haircut, got a free backpack as well. So we were talking a little bit about like that. And there was these little bugs flying around, and I had never seen them before, but they're called June bugs. Hey, Rome, they're called June bugs. Green ones like, kites. Oh, yeah. And they were telling me they used to fly them like kites. They were beetles. A little kid caught one. It was crazy. A little guy could have been more than, I don't know, maybe 4, 5? I don't know, but he caught one. It was crazy. But anyway, it was a good time. We had fun out there. We had some ice. We had some popsicles. We had some water. We had some... we didn't eat though. I don't think we didn't. We didn't eat out there. Didn't have breakfast. But it was a great time. I want to thank everybody for coming out. And of course, Alma and Mike over there who own Get Faded are amazing people. And they really hooked it up for you guys. So we'll do it again. Hopefully we'll do some more stuff with them. Get Faded Barber and Beauty College. They do, what do? They do esthetician, nail tech, barber and beauty. Go check them out. 2500 New Stein. And the backpacks. That's the other thing I want to talk about. The backpacks. A Jan Sport backpack, $75. And why wouldn't you just go get a free one? Hey, Rome, don't forget to let people know Happy Recovery, your low-cost towing and recovery service, donated a lot of the backpack drive. Oh, okay. Happy Recovery. I could never remember his name. Yeah, he's a great guy, too. Somebody texted us. I'm reading some of the text messages from yesterday since I wasn't in the studio. It was not a long wait. Hey, Rome, Alma gave my son a chance, and now he's making good money. That was the other thing. I was wondering when we started to look at how much people pay for nails to get their nails done, or to get esthetician work on their skin, or to just get a haircut. You can make some real money coming into that profession. Rome, the kids are all mad because they wake up late for summer break and have to wake up early to get a haircut. Oh, well, you got to do what you got to do, right? A free haircut and a free backpack saves you like $100. Or probably between, 50 to 100? I don't know. Yesterday, a buddy of mine, he came over to help me fix something that was wrong with my refrigerator, right? And so he's pretty handy. So he goes to pull up YouTube. He goes, oh, well, let's see what this is. And he pulls up YouTube on his phone. And I went, whoa. No, I said, let's go over to my computer, my office. So we go to the office, and I pull up YouTube on my computer screen. And I'm watching it, and we're watching it, and he goes, why? We were watching the same video. He goes, why didn't we just watch it on my phone over where we're working? And I said, because I can't watch YouTube on a phone. He goes, what do you mean you can't watch YouTube on the phone? I go, I don't know. It's the same way with the television. You know, I got a big screen TV. I got the YouTube app on my television. But when I go to watch videos, for some reason, I can only watch them on my computer screen. And he's looking at me like I'm crazy. And am I crazy? Because I can only do it because that's all I can't watch it. I've tried to watch something on YouTube on television, on my TV. It's not the same. For some reason, whatever I'm seeing when I watch YouTube on my monitor looks worse if I watch it on my TV or a phone or whatever the case. It's so weird. He even goes, I can't watch it on iPad. I don't know why. I don't know what is wrong with me or if there is anything wrong with me. Already 42547-7. I mean, have you guys ever done, is there anything like that you can't, you can only do it one way? Funny, I'm so dumb. Already 42547-7. Romeo, what is the difference whether you watch YouTube on a TV screen or a monitor? It's the same thing, right? I don't understand. You are kind of weird for saying that. I can maybe understand not watching it on a phone or an iPad because the screens are smaller. But look, I don't know why. I only watch YouTube on a TV screen. I mean, on my computer monitor. I can't watch it anywhere else. Even with a big 70-inch flat screen TV on the wall with a YouTube app, I tried to watch YouTube. I couldn't do it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. There's something in my head that does not allow me to watch YouTube. It's like on any other surface other than the monitor of my TV. I guess because to me, it's always been just a computer thing, not a television thing, even though they got YouTube TV. I don't know. I don't know. RD4254-7-7. Yo, Rome, what movie is playing after the backpack giveaway on Sunday? You know what? They didn't tell me. They did not tell me. I hope it's Spider-Man, but I don't know. That might be too new. They didn't tell me. I don't know. So the other day, a buddy of mine came over. We were fixing something on my fridge. So he pulls out his phone to watch a YouTube video, and I had to go watch the video on my computer screen. And we could have watched it on my TV, could have watched it on an iPad. For some reason, I guess there's something weird in me that I can only watch YouTube on my computer screen. I have no idea why. No idea why. But it's not the same. There's got to be, it's just, what the other thing I do is I just remembered is I have an air fryer. But I will not make toast in my air fryer. I pull out a toaster. I will not do it. I don't know. I guess, I don't know. It's weird, right? I don't know if it's weird or not. RD4254-7-7. Rome at work. I only work hard and fast. People hate that about me because because they milk it and get OT. I just want to get done and go home as soon as I can. Oh, that's funny. That's pretty funny. I don't know why. I don't know why I do it. It's just... but the toast thing is funny. I will not make toast in an air fryer. I make it in a toaster. Just like I will not use my phone as an alarm. I have an actual alarm clock. So I don't know if I'm weird or not, and I can't change it. There's just things you do. You've always done it a certain way, but this YouTube, right? I watch YouTube, and I watch a lot of different YouTube videos, but I will watch them only on my computer screen. I will only sit at my desk in my office and watch it on the computer. Even though I got it on my television. You could watch them on an iPad. You can watch it on an iPhone or a phone or whatever you want. But for some reason, like if I want to watch YouTube right now, sitting in the studio, I'll put it on the computer screen. I won't watch it on my phone, and I won't watch it on the TVs that are the 60-inch TVs that are sitting here. And I don't know why I can't do it. There's something in me that won't allow me to watch YouTube any other place than on a computer screen. And I don't know if that's weird or not, but it is what it is. You kind of get stuck in, it's not even stuck in your ways because YouTube still, it's just, I guess because I've always watched it on a computer screen that I don't know how to do it any other way. I don't really know how to answer the question on why. RD4254-7-7. Yo, Rome. Everybody in my house uses a pan to warm up tortillas. Not me. I throw it straight on the grill top and flip it with my hand. I can't do it any other way. For some reason, when I eat a tortilla, it has to have that little black marks on it. Yeah, I do that too. I don't use a pan or whatever it's called. Plancha? What's it called? I don't know what it's called in Spanish. But I don't use one either. I throw it right. I just turn on the whatever it's called and throw it right on top. I was telling you guys earlier, a friend of mine was making fun of me the other day because he came to help me fix something in my house, and he pulled YouTube up on his phone, and I told him I couldn't watch it on the phone. I had to watch it on my monitor, my computer monitor. He goes, well, you can't watch it on TV or an iPad? No. For some reason, it doesn't look right to me. I don't feel comfortable watching YouTube on anything but a computer monitor. Like I'll turn it on right now and watch something if I want to check something out, and I have to watch it on a monitor. I can't do it on my phone. I don't know why. But there's other things too that you can't do. Like I have a toaster. We have an air fryer at the house that's great for a lot of things, but I'm not putting toast in it. I pull out a toaster, An alarm clock. A lot of you guys use your alarm clocks for your phones for alarm clocks. I don't. I have to use an alarm clock, you know? What else? I'm trying to think what else silly things I do. RD4254-7 to 7. Do you guys do anything like that? The guy with the tortilla. I do the thing with the tortilla too. I can't use a pan to heat up a tortilla. I got to just put it right on the whatever. I don't even know what's it called again? The burner. I just put it right on the burner and flip it with my hands. What else? Are there things that you do that for some reason you can't do them differently, even though there's other options or ways to do it? RD4254-7 to 7. Yo, Romeo. I can only drink beer out of a bottle. I can't do cans. I know you're a Victoria guy, but I know you're a Victoria guy, and I like Victoria too, but I can only drink it out of the bottle or a glass, but I can't drink the cans for some reason. I agree with you. There are some things. I don't know how you guys drink water out of a can. That I see that now. I even saw Monster came out with a water in a can. I don't see how you drink water out of a can. That's weird to me too. But yeah, I can drink water out of a glass or a water bottle. Yeah, it's interesting.
Go ahead.
Hey, Romeo, what's going on? It's me, Angel.
Angel, what up, man?
Okay, so look, I'm a bit brief. So they gave me a year, whatnot, but man, we in here chopping it up, and on the way they put the radio on a little bit, just like a little bit. So everybody's like, "Oh, Romeo, I know, but jumping off and shit." Well, anyways, Rome. So I'm gonna tell you a little gimmick. So I go to the to the infirmary. A little high blood pressure kicked in, Romeo. And I got there, just with my wife, because I was like, "Oh my Lord Jesus!" I'm like, "Why would they put something like that?" She's like, "Sir, your high blood pressure's high." I was like, "I don't feel good." Oh man, Romeo. But in here, I'm like the old dinosaur. Everybody's young, Romeo. I feel out of place, man. Oh, one more thing, big shout out to my boss, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'll be out in a couple months. Thank you for everything you've done wrong, man. But yeah, it's
all right, Angel. A couple months? You said a couple months?
I'll be down a little year. Ain't nothing to me. I'm working out. I'm back to where I was at. I mean, what's that trainer you work out with? What's his name?
Yeah, Dickie. All right.
What's his name? What's the trainer's name?
Muliana. Dickie Muliana.
Oh man, everybody in here trying. Everybody, Mooney, man, Romeo. When you see me, man.
All right. Well, I hope to see you soon.
Well, a couple months, maybe Christmas, maybe, you know what I'm saying? The way things are going. You know what I'm saying? I had to move. These little young bucks think they're hard, so I got to go back in place. And you know how to do it.
All right, Angel.
Hey, bro, I'm all right, man. Have a good one, man.
You too. Oh, poor Angel. They got him on a year, huh? Well, a couple months. He'll be out. He'll get out. All right. What'd you send me here? Hey, good morning, Rome. It's Gilrod here. I just missed a conversation with Angel. I hate happened. Inquiring minds want to know what happened. I have no idea what happened. I don't get nobody's Angel. I love Angel. I love Angel to death, and I want to know what happened. But I'm not going to get in this business like that. He'll tell us when he's ready. All right, 842-547 to 7. Yo, Rome, you taking calls from jail now? I said I've always taken calls from jail. I have never. You want to call me from jail? I'll talk to you and see what's up. Right now, though, we got to get Michael Bean. Michael Bean is here. Good morning, Michael.
Well, good morning.
All right, Michael Bean is here from the Marriage and Family Center, 661-327-5100. Okay, Michael, everything's good? Life's good?
Yeah,
you ready?
It's Relationship Thursday. We can't lose.
That's, well, there are a lot of people losing in their relationships right now because they don't pay attention to what the heck we talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it is sad, and I know earlier you were talking about trying to change habits, and that's hard in relationships too. So there's a lot of people beating their head against a wall.
Well, we were talking about that earlier. We were talking about just some of the silly things we can't change. Like I still use it. Like I won't use my phone as an alarm. I use it as I have an alarm clock. So that's a habit that I'll never change. But you have people nowadays spouses who use their phone. What's that in the background, Michael? Something like every time you move, something's kind of rubbing against something or something.
That's funny. I was just scratching my head.
But you have people now that sleep with phones, sleep with iPads, things like that, which can be disturbing to other people. Their spouse is trying to sleep, but it's a change that everybody, it's a societal change. You use your phone for everything, for alarms, for time, for everything. And it, as silly as that sounds, it could be a problem or a change that you have to accept when it comes to moving forward in your relationship, right?
Yeah, yep, it sure can. Yep, and there's a lot of things. I mean, that's just one thing, but there's so many things, and we've sort of been talking all around this whole idea of how much should you be expected to change, how much should you kind of keep things the same, and we have some conversations to have today. We really do. We're going to be talking about some stuff.
One of the things I would like to ask you, Michael, is if you had to guess. And I know you don't like to do this, what percentage of couples have major problems in their relationship because they don't expect anything to change, as opposed to rolling with them, going, hey, things are going to change over the next 20 years between us, and you kind of roll with it, and hopefully the changes are for the better, and if you work with each other, I think all the changes can be for the better, for the most part. But when you're fighting it, that's where real problems come, I think.
Yeah, I think it feels to a partner that feels like, the relationship is going away or there's something bad happening to it. It feels to them like some bad change has happened. It used to be this way. We used to go out and we used to connect, and now we're just distant from each other. You hear that phrase a lot of times. It's like we're roommates. We sort of coexist, but we don't really connect. And to that partner that feels that, it feels like a change did happen that they didn't want, Yeah. So I don't get so much my partner won't change. I get more my partner has changed or our relationship has changed.
So when you look at that, Michael, and you go, okay, I mean, even you and I, our relationship and having conversations has changed over the years on the way, we talk about things. And you go, if you fight it, if you fight the change and go, Michael's always wrong, he's never, what I'm always right. But over years, you go, wait a second, he makes a good point. So maybe I need to reevaluate my thought process on that. And then, but if you expect that in your relationship, isn't that better as opposed to going, nope, you said you were going to do this when we got together, so now you're going to do this for the rest of your life. And you go, well, I don't know if that's necessarily real.
Yeah, I think we do better in anything when we sort of try to keep our expectations low. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen, but things are going to be different than I expected. And if you kind of have that in your mind that things are going to be okay, they're just going to be different than I expected, I think we tend to roll with things a little better.
Mm-hmm. Do you think most people do try to roll with things? Or, I mean, obviously you're a little biased because you see different things than the whole world, because you don't see everybody. But do you think people try to roll with it, or do you have to teach them, so to speak, how to roll with it?
It's a bell curve. There are some people that just roll with everything. I mean, you and I both know people that nothing phases them.
Yeah.
Amazing thing happened, and we'd be like freaking out, and they're just like, huh.
Yeah.
And then there's other people that are like, no, they said 10% chance of rain. Whatever.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Michael Bean is here from the Marriage and Family Center. You guys hold on, 661-327-5100. We're going to talk to him a little bit more. Michael Bean is here from the Marriage and Family Center. Good morning, Michael.
Well, good morning.
All right, 661-327-5100. That's the number. We were talking about change, Michael. People... now that I'm sitting here thinking about it a little more, I think that some of the biggest problems people have in their relationship is they believe their relationship is never gonna change. But all change doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Hopefully, most of the time, you change for the better. You grow as a person, as a couple, as a relationship. But that's all change. And I just don't understand this. One partner gets upset, or one partner's looking at the other partner and going, oh, you're changing this about you. We were never going to do this, but if that person's never changed in a way to grow, then do we need to stay together?
I mean, that's kind of the question. And so far, I feel like that's the position you've taken, is just like, hey, expect it. People change. It should be okay. You shouldn't be so set in your ways that you can't roll with things. But honestly, Romeo, we make an agreement with and we fall in love with a certain person.
Okay.
And okay, things are going to change, but how much does somebody change? You know, if somebody becomes, okay, they go from couch potato to workaholic, they're not the same person anymore. Man, we used to just hang out, watch TV, you know, just kick it.
Yep.
And you're not doing that anymore. You never kick it anymore. You're either working or sleeping. And that is a different person than I've made an agreement with. So over time, as people do change, I don't know. I don't think it's just a given that we just change along with them or just go along with the change. I think sometimes we have to take stock and say, is this still what I want?
Well, now this is where I got to ask you this question now, Michael, and it's exactly what you just said. How much change are we supposed to accept before you go, well, wait a second, this is not the best relationship. This is not, because a lot of people will say, you're supposed to accept me. What's the old saying? If you loved me, you accept me for who I am. Well, and what you just said is pretty real. You're not necessarily the same person 10 years ago or today that you were 10 years ago. And how can you sit there and say, well, you're supposed to just love me how I am? But we get upset if somebody questions that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I will say that it seems like the biggest problems that we have, that we humans have, is that we don't expect things to change. We don't roll with change. And if we think that the world is just a static thing and that things are going to be just the way they are today, I think that is the bigger problem.
That's not a relationship problem. That's a human being problem, right? Because
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it is. But there's still that thing of, what if your partner changes so much that they're not even the same person anymore that you, again, made that agreement with?
Yeah.
Are you really breaking a commitment to someone who isn't even the same person anymore? 10 years down the road, they're a completely different person. They're not the person that you made that commitment with anymore. I think that there's got to be a balance there. There has to be this thing of, yes, I think it's really good for families, for kids, especially when we're raising kids, to have some stability there, the stability that goes along with rolling with change. And we also need to realize that not all change is good. Not all change is something that we should just expect to go along with.
You know, and I'm going to tell you this. I think I've told you this before, Michael. Some friends of mine in college, they were all in love, out of college, got married on just great paths of financially. It seemed like there was never, they were on the path to the fairy tale ending, so to speak. And out of college, he got into tattoos. Sleeves of tattoos, chest, and that was something she just said, hey, this is not, I can't be with you. This is a different lifestyle than what I want. So they ended up getting divorced, and they're both doing great now in their own lifestyles. But at what point how do you sit there and go, wait a second, this is not what I want, but am I being selfish, or how do you draw the line? I mean, it's not that simple. We've talked about it before. It's not that simple for people to just leave each other. I think most of the time people just accept it and go, well, he's different now, she's different now, but this is what I'm stuck with. It changed. They changed, and I love them, so I'm supposed to accept it. But it's okay to go, well, no, this is not what I don't want to, I want to go skydiving. Well, I don't want to jump out of a plane. Well, if you don't jump out of a plane, then we're divorced. Well, okay, we're divorced but I know
I'm not doing it.
I know that's a dramatic scenario, but when you start to look at things like that, you go, at what point do you have to go, wait, this is not what I want, how I want to live my life?
Those are two really good examples.
Or are we overreacting?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, or do we overreact more than we accept the change because it's not that big a deal, I was going to say.
underreact, overreact.
Yeah.
Who's to say? Who's to say? Who's the judge of that? We have heard a lot of couples. They're together for a while, and one of them starts embracing the gender that they weren't before.
Uh-huh.
And now they're deciding, okay, I'm not the same sex as I was before, or gender.
Okay. Yeah.
And we hear of stories like that where they end up staying together.
Oh,
and I
really?
think maybe we hear about those because that seems and probably is unusual. I think for most of us, when we think about that, if our partner changed that much, that'd be really difficult to think, yeah, I want to continue a relationship with them. But it happens.
So, but let me ask you this: in a scenario, just in a general scenario of, okay, if we change financially, we change sexually, we change communicate from a communication standpoint, there are all these different things that could change that we would say are really dramatic, right? But if you care more about, let's say you care more about the communication, the respect, and the love you have for this partner as opposed to the sex, or as opposed to the financial stability, and you have that, and all the other stuff changes. Is that it? Could we say, well, it depends on what you care about in that relationship, on what changes and what doesn't, and how you feel about it?
Yeah, and kind of how you see yourself as a partner to that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a really hard thing for us to do, is to say, okay, well, what is my role now? Where do I fit? How do I fit in? What does our relationship kind of look like? When the change is enough that we sort of don't know where we fit anymore.
Oh, okay.
That's when people really start questioning, is this going to work?
All right, Michael, hold on a second. Michael Bean is here from the Marriage and Family Center. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
661-327-5100. That is the phone number to get a hold of them. A few steps you go through, just listen to the prompts and you'll figure it out. So, Michael, we've been talking about a little bit about change and people changing, but let's talk about comfort zone. A couple and a comfort zone. When we talk about changing and some of the things, especially over the years, you have a comfort zone of who you are, what you want. And I'll use the example of jumping out of the airplane. For some reason, everybody goes through a midlife crisis, wants to jump out of a damn airplane. And if I don't want to jump out of that airplane with you, I don't love you. I don't care about what you want. I don't, all of these things that could come up, as opposed to going, I'm not comfortable doing that. I'm not comfortable having the sex thing that you want to do because you and your friends all talked about it, or the relationship, whatever. What do we do? I mean, obviously it's so specific to each person because you and I have different comfort zones, right, Michael?
Yeah, well, we do. We're going to roll with different things. And I liked your example of the guy with all the tats. And, suddenly his other half said, nah, it's not for me. You're not the same person as I was with before. We all have to make that decision. This is beyond where I'm okay. If you're in a long-term relationship and your partner suddenly said, I want to go live in a mud hut in Uganda for 5 years. Come on. Or maybe for the rest of my life, I don't know how long it's going to be. Yeah. What would you do?
Well, here's my question now, just specifically to that example.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to go try it? As the partner that really doesn't want to live in a mud hut in Uganda, am I supposed to at least go attempt it and say, well, okay, I tried it because I love you and it didn't work for me, so I'm out and you can stay here for the rest of your life? Or do I, you know what I'm saying? What do we do until maybe it's great. Maybe it's the best thing ever. I don't know. So what do you think about that?
Maybe it's the best thing ever. Maybe. But again, it just depends on if you can even wrap your mind around that. If you can see yourself living that way or not. I think it really is going to come down to that. Can I see myself jumping out of the plane? Can I see myself living in a mud hut in Uganda? I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to face that right now. But a lot of the people that contact me are facing things in their relationship that probably feel like that. It feels like I'm having to live a life that's so different than the one I thought I was going to have to live.
And that's what I wanted to say to you, because a change like moving to a mud hut is different than saying, well, I want to, as you put it, put a beauty salon in our house, in our living room, or I want to do something that doesn't seem so crazy as moving to Uganda. But then how do we get through issues like that? Because you and I might go, if we compare the two, you might go, well, moving to Uganda and uprooting your whole life is a little bit more further than I want to go for you, but I might jump out of the plane for you. At least we're staying at home. So everybody has this different idea of what's what. How do we sit there and go, wait a second, I'm willing to go this far, and is that where you just go, well, you got to compromise? I don't necessarily totally believe in compromise, but I do think that, what do you do?
Right. Because one person's Uganda mud hut is another person's tatted arms,
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
You can't compare. It's just when we look at things and we're in that situation and we just know this isn't working for me, that's the thing you have to face. That's it right there. How far should you have to go? As far as you can still feel like I can be a fulfilled, competent human being, continue to kind of work toward goals that are meaningful to me and have a meaningful life. Beyond that, you shouldn't compromise.
Well, would you just say no, not doing it?
Well, like we talked about off air, each of us in a relationship has veto power.
Okay.
We all can just put our foot down and say, that's just too far for me. I am not going to be okay with that. I'm not going to sanction that. In a healthy relationship, either partner should be able to just draw the line and say, hey, we looked really hard for a house with a garage. We're not going to turn it into a pool room because we want to park our cars in the garage.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my foot down and say no to that one. Each partner should have the ability to just say, no, that's just too far. The problem is if you overuse that, then your partner starts feeling like, well, now I can't be the kind of person I want to be. So you have to use it really judiciously. If it's really going to ruin your life to have two Great Danes in your home, say no to the Great Danes. But understand that it could hurt the relationship if Great Danes are really important to your partner.
All right, hold on, Michael. I do want to talk a little bit more about that. Michael Bean is here for the Marriage and Family Center. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
All right, 661-327-5100, 327-5100. Michael, we were talking about drawing the line in the sand, the veto power that you said everybody has in their relationship, which there's a lot of guys out there that'll disagree with that. But there's a consequence to saying no, right?
There is. Yeah, there is. We all need to keep that ability to say this is just too far for me. But man, when anything gets too far for you, or if there's something that's just really important to them is too far for you, then you really are threatening the relationship by saying no.
Now, I want to ask you about the consequence of that. Now, let's say if I say no to something, Michael, and you go, well, okay, are you going to have a regret that I said no? And or if what I said no to could have been the best possible thing for our lives and relationships had I said yes, we never know. And is there going to be some sort of grudge or regret?
I think sometimes. I think if the conversation can't continue, we can't kind of come up with a way for you to have that thing that you're really looking forward to, that you just sort of see as fulfilling in your life. It is. It's going to feel like now I'm an impediment to you. And sometimes it just feels arbitrary. You're just saying no for no real good reason. You just are fearing change or whatever. And then I start feeling like man, I'm sort of in this relationship with this person that's so afraid of change that I feel stuck.
Because I can see that playing out. I can see a guy going, I want to move to this state because I got this job offer. It's going to be great. And his spouse going, no, I'm from Bakersfield. I'm staying here. And him staying here. And if they had moved, they probably, financially, they would have been better. They would have lived a great life had they just tried it. And now him having some regret over going, I'm sure it goes both ways in a different scenario. But I just don't see how that couldn't cause a major problem. I guess when we're talking about this, Michael, I'm just thinking of things that would bother me personally. You have your own things that are very different than what would bother you personally, or where you're going to say no. Everybody has their different position on where they're going to say no. So it's hard to have a real, kind of like a general conversation about it, other than just saying, yeah. I think it's kind of difficult to do that,
It is. See, because one person thinks that they're just asking for something reasonable and the other person's being unreasonable, and the other person thinks you're asking for something unreasonable. And both perspectives are defensible. If you were in that person's head, you'd probably feel the same way. So how do you possibly... This is why when a couple comes to me, it's just so important that I not judge or that I not look for blame, because each of the partners is feeling really justified in the very untenable position that they're taking, which is generally... I'm not happy, and it's my partner's fault.
But that's where we learn. That's where we talk to people like you and learn how to understand where they're coming from, and them understand where I'm coming from, right?
And it's just really, really hard. It really is. It's hard to kind of put yourself in their head long enough to appreciate it. But once you do, the change may or may not happen, and it's going to be okay, because now at least you understand where each other's coming from. Whether the change happens or not, whether you go along with the tattoos or the beauty parlor in the front room, or whatever the thing is, whether you go along with that or not, you better get your partner on a real deep level so they feel at least understood in that process, so that you can at least be on their side when they're like, man, I really wish things could have been different. And then you are not like, well, it's not my fault, and that's not what I agreed to. No, you got to be more like, that's got to be really awful. I wish we could figure out how to make this work.
All right, so I just wanted to get back to this real quick. Since I didn't get a whole lot of chance to explain it because Michael Bean was here, but a couple of you guys asked me, Gilrod asked me, a couple of you guys asked me what happened to Angel. Now, I don't know. I didn't ask him, but Angel's on vacation for a couple of months, and so we'll see. Maybe when he gets back from vacation, we'll find out what happened. But and then somebody asked me about taking calls. I have always taken phone calls from people who are locked up. Always. If you call me collect, I'll take your phone call. I've even taken phone calls from people that are just calling collect for some reason. But no, I don't. I'm not. If people are listening on vacation and they want to talk to me, why wouldn't I take their phone calls? I don't know why somebody was texting me thought that was weird that I do that. Why would I think that was why do you think that's weird? I don't care. I mean, everybody listens in, different capacities to the show. Why would I ignore a listener, regardless of whether they're on vacation or not? I don't understand that. But for some reason, somebody texted me a long text message about why. Why would I do that? I'm like, why wouldn't I do that? What'd you send me here? Hey, Rome, good morning, Romeo. I was told by the DJ there would be a movie after the backpack giveaway. I was wondering if you know if it will be an R-rated movie, if I should bring my grandkids or my friends. Thanks. No, it won't be an R-rated movie. The whole backpack giveaway is for kids. And since we've moved it indoors, it's going to be 113, I guess, from what I understand, on Sunday. That's some rumor I heard. Since Reading Cinema has been so gracious to let us use a theater, No, it'll be some sort of family oriented movie. It won't be an R-rated movie. We try to keep it family orientated because we want you to show up with your kids and have fun and enjoy. Okay? All right. 842-547-7. I wish I knew what the movie was. Hey, Rome, is Angel a Raiders fan? That would be a little hilarious. I don't think Angel's a Raider fan. I don't think Angel's a real sports fan, to be honest with you. I don't think he's a big football fan. I can't remember, but I don't believe he has an allegiance to a team, to be honest with you. So, man, I wrote a new Raider song over the last couple of days. Wrote and produced the new Raider song. I wish I had it with me to play it.
Hey, you know Angel's going to get out someday. I'd be careful about those people talking smack about him.
He said he'll be out in a couple months.
Is that right?
Yeah. He said he got a year. He'll be back.
A year? Man, he already went to trial and everything?
I have no idea.
Who did he get, a dump truck attorney?
I don't ask all those questions.
Man, I was still trying to raise money for his bail. Now I'm going to have to put it on his book.
Exactly.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you.
Poor Angel. We love Angel, man. Angel's been man. We love Angel. Angel's been a great listener to the show. He participates all the time. I mean, he's just, man, I feel bad for Angel. Romeo takes them calls because he's a real one. Put some bread on the book so he can buy some soap and hygiene stuff. Yeah. We got Gilly working on that. Angel took Raider fan vacation. Angel, you're doing so good. Who's going to take care of the neighborhood? I know Angel was doing so good, man. What happened, Angel? We don't know. Angel's funny. We love Angel. We really, truly love Angel. He's a great guy. I can't wait. And he used to participate all the time, man. He would call all the time and let us know what's going on. He had that's all right. He'll be back. Can't keep Angel down. He'll be all right. What'd you send me here? RD42547. Hey, Romeo, that's why your show is the real deal. You're over here having a conversation about one of your listeners and what's going on in their life, being on vacation and all. Not like these other shows that are just talking about whatever stupidness is going on in the news and the world. Don't get me wrong. I could still talk about the stupidness that goes on in the world, but you guys got that handled. You guys are all everybody's got a social media account that you guys are all talking about what's going on in the world or trending, and you guys got that handled. You don't need me for that, Plus, I'm way too smart to deal with that stupidity. But Angel, you got to understand one thing, okay? For those of you that don't know. And probably somebody's going to tune out because they don't know who Angel is. Angel's been a part of the show for decades. Just like Gilly or Roxanne or Seahawk Lou or Raider Dave or Raider Rob, or you pick your guy, man. They pick your person who you remember from the show. They've been a part of the show for a long time. They're a part of the show. So why wouldn't I be concerned about what's going on with them? And Angel's been a big part of the show for a long time. We're not going to just let him hang out to dry because he had to go on vacation. No. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Romeo, I'm actually kind of glad you got that Raider song at home.
Okay.
I'm having such a great day. It's going so good. I don't want you to ruin it with that.
Okay. We'll get there.
Wait.
Don't worry. We'll get there.
Wait, save it for another couple months. Football ain't till 2 months wait.
When does football start?
September, October.
Oh, so next, we'll get the Raider songs ready to go. I already did, and I did it sober, so it's probably the worst one I've ever done, or the best. I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, we can definitely wait to hear it.
Okay.
we can wait. On behalf of all us Raider fans, thank you. We can wait.
Get out of here. Raider Dave. Hey, Rome, I don't know if you did that on purpose, but the song choice was perfect. Would have been better if it was the uncensored version. I did not do that on purpose. What did we just play that you thought was funny? I don't know. What am I playing it right now? YG? Yeah, no, I didn't do it on purpose. And I will tell you this. I cannot listen to uncensored music anymore. I can't do it. I've been doing this radio show for so long and listening to censored music for so long that when I listen to uncensored music, I have to turn it off. I have to listen to the radio edits.
Romeo, my caller 29.
No, we already got a winner. Jose won.
All right, Romeo.
But keep listening. We got plenty of backpacks to give. Well, we don't got plenty, but we got a few left. Just keep listening.
All right, today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow. All right, later.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. Keep listening. Keep listening for that hall pass. Hopefully you will win. I do want to talk about pet peeves, though. What's driving you crazy today? You got pet peeves? We got to get into that. 842-547-7.
Good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, what do you think about people that interrupt you?
Yeah, that can get annoying. I can understand. Yeah, that gets annoying. Does that happen to you a lot?
Well, yeah, but not really. But there is this person that just anything, because the first thought they come to bed is to interrupt you, you know? And there are people that, like, throw in, I don't know, like, I'm confirming, but I'm into the conversation, that, like, they will until you stop talking.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Like, to where, let me get my picture.
Wow.
Now, I do work in customer service, so I have to sit there, oh my God, listening. You get to say what you need to say. But I just thought that was funny because I'm like, that is my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah. That can be very, very annoying.
Especially at work, to people that you have to be nice to.
Yeah. Good for you. I appreciate it. I said that, though, because I do know somebody who, for some reason, she always gets cut off. And then you realize, you're like, wait a second, she was talking. Yeah. Already 42547-7. You know, there's not a lot of things that really bother me nowadays. I mean, but you know what is frustrating? And I don't, I probably shouldn't even let it bother me at all. But people changing words. People changing things, right? Like, so we had, so yesterday we were hanging out at Just Faded Barber and Beauty College, right? And it happened 3 times where one of the guys goes, yeah, my daughter, can they do a wolf cut? I thought, what the hell's a wolf cut? I never heard that before, right? Well, we pull it up, we look at it. It's basically just layers. It's old school. It's from like the 70s, Charlie's Angels, Farrah Fawcett. It was just layers. But they had to put a name to it. The kids today, they can't create anything of their own. So what they do nowadays is they rename old stuff to make it seem like they've created something. You know what I'm saying? Like Crash, somebody was over at my buddy's house a couple of weeks ago, and his daughter comes home and just goes, Dad, I'm crashed out. And I thought, and I thought, well, just go take a nap. And that's when my buddy said, well, just go lay down. I can sleep like it used to. It means you've lost it, right? Why are you redefining things? Why are you changing the names of things that had perfectly good names? I guess that I guess that might be my only pet peeve today, is the, like all of a sudden things are cool that when we were poor, growing up poor, the things that we had to wear and were made fun of because we were poor, now these kids wear them as a fashion statement. And they have no idea. And they act like they're doing something in the poor stuff that we had to do. And we'll get to that next week with the school clothes and things like that. But I guess those are pet peeves, I guess. And it's not because it's just because they don't know. I guess that's what bothers them. These kids need to learn that you've created nothing, and what you're doing is copying somebody else and pretending like you created it. I guess I do got a pet peeve. Pet peeves. What's driving you crazy nowadays in the world? There's a lot of things, right? What's the silliest thing that drives you crazy? Because I don't want you guys getting all serious about world politics and world power and all this nonsense. What's the silly things that drive you crazy? Arnie 42547-7. Hey, Rome, I got a text for the backpack giveaway. We were talking about pet peeves. Backpack giveaway. Said, yes, I'll be there, but can't attend due to work. But I said my wife can go with our son for me. How does that work? She just show up and tell them her name? Yeah, just show up. Tell her, yeah, she's married. She'll be all right. You'll be all right. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Romeo, this is Coronavirus Stalker.
Hey, what's up?
I was just listening to your phone call right now about your pet peeves. You want to know my pet peeves, and I'm irritated by this, is that I got no luck on trying to win your backpacks. You know, I've been trying for a very, very long time, and I cannot win one of your backpacks.
Have you ever won anything?
I've won, yeah, not from you, but I've won movie tickets.
Oh, well, that just shows.
I won lunch one time or something.
But that's.
But literally, like, from you, no.
Oh, well, that's because you're unlucky.
No, and then the other day I was at work and I had my earphones on and I was listening. Oh my gosh, that bell was going off like crazy, and I was over there like I was all mad, and I was just like, man, they're giving out so much.
Yeah, I can see how they got here, but at least you won something.
Hey, and then you were saying, oh, you have your callers, you know, your listeners.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like one of your listeners, so you can just like squeeze me in to win a backpack.
No, that's not how it works.
Romeo, because I'm not lucky.
I don't play favorites for anybody. And I gotta go.
Not even for Angel, and he's in jail.
I gotta go.
Go give him.
What's
okay,
that?
Bye. I said, no, you're not gonna play favorites. It's not even for Angel. He's in jail. I heard he's in jail.
No.
You're not gonna go leave him money on his book so he can eat.
Well, no. No.
Okay, you should write him. At least I write him a letter.
Who writes a letter nowadays? I mean, jeez, get out of here. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do all that. I mean, Angel will be all right. Angel will be all right. Angel's a tough guy. All right, pet peeves. What drives you crazy?
Romeo, you know what my pet peeve is?
What's that?
And it's going to start again because school's starting.
Ah.
And it's when you're in that drive-through drop-off line. You drop the kid off and you go. You don't give them a whole lecture and get off and hug them and hold up traffic.
It is amazing to me and that you brought that up, because I've had to do it a couple of times to pick up some of my friends' kids. And it is amazing how fat and lazy some of these parents are, and what they will do and block traffic and use a lane that's not a lane just so they don't have to be inconvenienced. It is
I'm just like, if you want to do all that, walk. On the first week and everything, I'm walking my kids because I'm going to take a while. I'm not trying to hold up traffic. You know what I mean? Bless the Lord, I'm able to, do that. I have time. But then when, more in the school year and I got work, drop the kid off.
Yeah.
By December, they should have the routine. It should take less than 60 seconds. Everybody, that's my pet peeve.
That's amazing that you said. That's
Drop 'em
funny.
off
That's
and
awesome.
go.
That's awesome. All right. Well, thanks for calling.
No problem. Have a good one.
Oh, we might have to have a conversation, by the way, next week, since school is starting, about the drop-off line and how selfish and disrespectful these parents are in the drop-off line. All right, 842-54-7-7. Hey, good morning, Rome. One of the things that literally drives me crazy is when I'm trying to leave a parking lot that's on a busy street, and the drivers will leave you there with no courtesy to exit or pass. Yeah. I get that. RD42547-7. What kind of pet peeves do you have? What's driving you crazy nowadays? Hey, Rome, my pet peeve is when I'm driving on the freeway and people go under the speed limit in the fast lane, or they stay in the fast lane and cause a bunch of traffic behind them because they won't move over. You know what's worse, by the way, than your pet peeve is when you're the passenger with the guy that's doing that. My buddy does that. And here's the other thing. The guy that does that, why does he always want to drive? Like, my buddy's the worst at that. Like, he's terrible. You don't know how frustrating it is to get passed by a Winnebago when you're in the fast lane. That's how, in fact, my buddy puts I don't even know if you guys know that you can do this. He has it set a setting in his car that if he goes over 64 miles an hour, it starts beeping. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. So yeah, I understand your frustration, but there's nothing worse than being in that car, the passenger in that car that's holding up traffic. We're talking about pet peeves, right? What drives you crazy? I'm going to guess what drives you crazy the most is probably in traffic, things like that, right? Hey, good morning, Rome. I have never won anything. It's so bad that I just stopped trying over time. Well, we're not all winners. I mean, that unfortunately, I've never won anything either, you know? And the bottom line is we can't all be winners. Somebody sent me a video of the pickup and drop off lane rules. I'm going to have to hold on to that and check that out in a minute. Maybe we should do that next week. Talk about, what the rules should be when you're picking up and dropping off your kids. Hey, Roma, drives me crazy when we're at a concert or something and we are in the woman's bathroom line and women take forever to pee. What's taking you so long just to pee and go? Oh, that's why guys' line is always short. They pee and go. Yeah, that is a good question. Why do women take so long to pee in the bathroom? Good morning, Now. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Romeo? We talking about some pet peeves.
Yeah,
too,
what
right?
you got? What you got?
And things like it's a traffic thing. My pet peeve that irritates me is when I'm waiting to turn right onto a street and I see a car coming. I'm waiting for the car, and then they decide to turn onto the street that I'm on and didn't even put on a blinker. I'm like, bro, you could have put the blinker on so I could have went ahead and went. I'm waiting for you. Irritate me, Romeo.
I'm going to tell you right now, I would venture to guess on the roads today, the biggest problem people have is other people not using blinkers. I've noticed that a lot. I think Teslas didn't even come with blinkers, to be honest with you.
I think so, too. I've never seen them put a blinker on.
Romeo, this is Coronavirus Stalker. I had to call you back.
Oh, what's up?
Hey, you're talking about, what are you talking about? Uh-huh. Oh, the pet peeve.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Oh, you want to know what irritates me? Is when you're getting on the freeway, and people are going 20 miles an hour. I'm like, I'm trying to push them out the way, like, hurry up, like, drive, like, go fast. I get so mad. Or, you want to know what my daughter tells me? My daughter tells me sometimes I'm a rage baiter. Like, I'm a rage bait because, like, I'll be driving the speed limit and cars will tailgate me. And I'll be like, oh, you're going to tailgate me? All right, well, I'm going to slow down. And when they try to pass me up, I'll speed up.
Oh, my God. What is wrong with you?
Rage bait.
Get out of here later. I mean, yeah. She might be a walking pet peeve, to be honest with you. 842-547-7. All right, what drives you crazy? What are your pet peeves? 842-547-7. Hey, Romeo, I don't know if you'll understand this one, but my son is on a sports team in high school. And there's a group chat that goes around for the parents to know what's going on. I don't know why, but it seems like every time all of the parents are so stupid. They don't understand what's going on. They're always saying the dumbest things in the group chat. And God forbid, let something change and you act like that. And they act like they're stuck on stupid. Like they don't I just wonder, Rome, drives me insane getting all these texts in this group chat with these dumbass parents. Well, okay. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what up?
So I heard one of the pet peeves is the women's restroom.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
So I know why they take long. It's because they're holding in their farts. They don't want to, let any other woman hear them. Or they're just dropping the juice real quick.
Wow.
That's what I'm figuring out. I don't know.
That might have been too much information for us today. Hey, thanks for calling later. Wow. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Rome, I used to set the speed control on so my boss, the vehicle that would be driving and pull over and call me and say something was wrong with the work truck. Got many of coworkers. I don't even know what that means. Right around. I don't even know what the hell he's saying, to be honest with you. Pet peeve is when UPS or Amazon leave your package. They walk up the driver halfway and throw it in the door. You know, I just saw that the other day, by the way. In person. I was driving down, I don't know what road, and the Amazon driver just threw it over the fence. It was, I had never seen that before. So funny. RD42547. Rob, I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest with you, other than the package delivery.
Hi, how you doing? Hey, you know what's my biggest pet peeve, Romeo?
What's that?
Hey, man, when they try to talk over you, man, and like when you got the story going on, and then they try to act like they got the bigger story, man. Like, let me talk. Let me talk. God damn it.
Your story's better.
yeah, bro. Like, I started the story, and then she tried to take over. No, man.
Who does that to you?
No, like, you know what I mean? That's my biggest pet peeve, Romeo.
Who does that to you? Your wife?
Man, my God, you know who does it the most? Who does it? My wife.
Yeah.
My wife does it the most. But then, you know who gets me? It gets me more mad when my side girl be trying to do it. Oh, brother. Oh, brother, I lose my mind.
Oh, my God. All right, man, get out of here.
I appreciate you.
He said he'll put up with his wife, trying to take over his story, but don't let the side piece take over your story. We got problems at that point. 42547 Yo, Rome, one thing that gets on my nerves is when I'm getting on the freeway and I'm driving my work truck hauling a trailer, and it takes a while for my work truck to respond or accelerate, and you see cars, especially semi-trucks, smashing down the lane, and the lane next to them is empty, and instead of moving out of the way, it just comes up from behind, almost about to crash into me. There's been times where I literally have to get out of the road just to let these idiots pass me so they won't hit me. Yeah, I can see that. I can be very nerve-wracking.
Romeo in the Morning.
Every morning.
On 94.1.